change of account.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Not rolling, so Mike is. Okay.
I'm all ready, yeah.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, as is our habit, we have a moment of silence to reflect on those who are serving, those who have served, and those who've given their life for their country. Thank you very much. We are now beginning the April 28th meeting of the County Commissioners. As far as I know, we have no.
Somebody recognized from the audience.
We have no reports. Is there? I don't think we have any. Is the agenda item still that we have public comment at the beginning?
Yeah, you
Yes.
can ask for
Okay.
public comment.
Yeah, I have public comment.
Would
The
you
county-
identify yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Dick Andres. I live in Centerville, and I belong to the Centerville Hospital Fire District. At a recent meeting of the Water Department, they had an Article 19, which was taking money from water account reserves and using it for hazardous waste pickup, which is being performed by the Cooperative Extension Service. The amount of money was $10,000. This is a tax. A water bill is definitely not a tax. It's you're paying for what you're using. There's a provision in the...
Excuse me. Who allocated this money on you? Was it the water district or was it the?
It hasn't been done yet. It was the Cooperative Extension Service of Barnstable County.
Excuse me. The Barnstable County has no ability to impose a tax beyond the assessment that comes from the town. If there was a bill to you from the water district or the fire district, it came from the water district or the fire district. If they contracted with us for a service, that's what we would have provided.
Well, apparently you have sharp pickups for hazardous material, sharps,
Yes.
mercury, the whatnot, and this is done through the county, through the Cooperative Extension Service. I gave Sheila a copy of the information I had picked up at the Water Department last month. Now, by taking this money out of water reserves, you're charging...
Excuse me, we have no authority or ability to take any money out of the water reserves for the town of Barnstable.
I'm sorry, but
Can we
this is
just-
not the town of Barnstable.
I know, can we just
Go ahead. Go ahead.
let him, I just would like to hear what he's,
All right.
where this.
Go ahead.
All right, the Cooperative Extension Service, I think the fellow's name was Mike McGuire,
Yes.
has a casual meeting with the water superintendent, and they decided to do this.
So
That's
I
the-
think Bill's point, Dick, is if you have a beef with what the water department
No, my
did, you should take it up with them, not with us.
Okay, can I ask a question?
the issue here is the money is going to the county Extension Service for hazardous waste pickup.
We do
And I wanna
regional
show you what-
collections for a number of towns. They kick in to help defray the costs of providing that service. That's correct.
All right, well, what I
Okay.
want to point out to you people is this is a tax. A water bill is a water bill. And people on the water system, it's not really that funny, Mark.
It is.
I'm serious.
Because Bill, I'm sorry, Dick, you have an issue with what the water department has
No,
done with their money.
this is
You
a-
should take it up
This
with
is
the
a
water
moral
commission.
issue. It's a moral issue, is what I'm talking about.
A moral issue?
Yes, because people that are that have water meters, including this building right here, are not the same people that are hooked up to the district per se. So you have post offices, schools, the community college, churches, MSPCA, all have water bills. And they are paying the county because of Mr. McGuire, I believe, going to the water superintendent saying he wanted to do this. Then number two, many people in the district have private wells, approximately 10-15%. It's not a fair tax for the water company or the districts to be doing it. And then you have properties receiving water in the town of Barnstable that are not in the COM fire district. And they are paying a tax to the county, and they have no representation.
You're not paying a tax to the county, Dick.
Period.
Period.
All right.
The water department has a
Well,
budget.
you tell
They
the man to
impose a
go out
tax.
and say he does not want the money from the water district.
I will not do that.
Excuse me, please. This is just a discussion, and I would like to just be able to have that discussion.
I think I'm trying to be objective about it.
I think if the town of Barnstable, if certain towns kick in a certain amount of money, that has
It is
to,
from
I
the
know.
town, it's a water district. The water district
Okay.
is separate from the town.
Okay, so if the town of Barnstable has put the onus on the water district to be responsible for the town's kick-in, the town, you're saying that each town gives a certain amount of money to help defray the costs
That's
of
right.
our service. So the town of Barnstable has agreed to kick in a certain amount of money. Is it $10,000?
I have no idea.
Okay. So we will find out. But if they have chosen to put that, to take those monies from the water district, instead of their general fund, or somehow put it into their budget, that's the decision of the town of Barnstable, which will really make it an issue that you would have to bring up with the town council or the town manager. They have agreed to do this. I know that in town meeting in Wellfleet, if we are going to give a certain amount of money to, say, human services, or there's
Sheila,
that comes up at
Sheila,
town meeting. I'm not
The
finished.
water department is not part of the town of Barnstable. It is a separate entity.
district.
Okay, it is supplying a service.
So
It is not, they are not under the control of the town of Barnstable.
Well,
Okay?
well, then I'm not sure why it is the district
Well, just
as
tell me
It
opposed
is the,
to.
okay.
What
It's,
happened was
the discussion
Okay.
between, what he's saying is between him and the district. It is not between us and the
I
district.
can give you a good reason why.
Well, the
because-
article addresses-
Hold on,
Okay,
just a second. The reason that the water district is playing such a role is they have a vested interest in keeping some of these waste things out of from being dumped on top of, wellhead protection,
Right.
those types of things. So I think it's very wise that in the group that he's referring to, when Mike gets together with these people, which includes towns, fire districts, water districts, that when they talk about this, that the water district plays a role. If the water district, of which he is a paying customer, makes a choice to pony up some money to the county for this very worthwhile program, this is the first issue I've ever heard with this program, quite frankly, then what I'm trying to say, and I apologize for being gruff, Dick, is that that's an issue that you have with the water district, or the water commission, or the director. Not
Okay,
with us.
but the water district may make the choice of doing their own collection. They do not have to use our
It's done yet. It's
services.
being proposed by the county.
We didn't, we do it. We expect to have the cost
What I'm reading here
supported.
is that the towns pay $15 a ton for trash and CMAS, and 50 cents goes to the collection of hazardous waste materials. Now, I'd like to also point out that COMM, which is the fire district I belong to, which is not the same as the water department, because of a difference of 10% of the people, is only 1/5 of the town of Barnstable. So, well, actually, it's probably 2/3 of the town of Barnstable. Not even less than a half. So, the county official, according to an employee of the county here, I think Mr. Neswicki, says, well, he probably doesn't know that the districts are not the same as the water departments. And that's what I'm trying to bring up to you, so that your employee will go to the right sources, go to the district, put it into the district tax, not into one portion of the town of Barnstable, which is probably less than half of the total revenue that they could divide between the 5 fire districts. In other words, that's a tax.
Again,
The water department has no ability to tax.
I don't think, okay, I think the monies that are collected through the water district, they have some control over where those monies go. Now, whether it's, part of the overall collection of, within their taxes or their payment or whatever it is, that's their department. However, I do think it would be a point of interest for us, just to follow up.
It's
so
not a
that
point
we
of
can
interest for me.
Well, just to clarify.
If you want to
how that
pursue
happens.
it, you're welcome to.
I
But
would
this
be-
is not
I would
a
be
county
happy-
matter. This
This-
is a water department that sells water to individuals that, that are on the water meters. It is a service that is separate and apart from the town of Barnstable. And what you're telling me is that that the water department, it's come to your attention that they give us a fee for collecting the charge.
Excuse me, I'm saying that a county employee, I believe his name is McGuire,
Are you saying that he
Mark
received
McGuire
$10,000
went
personally?
Would
to-
would you let him finish?
went to the water superintendent on a casual arrangement that they were going to do something or other, and decided this amongst themselves. And I'm telling you, your county employee did not know what he's doing, and if you ask Mr. Neswicki,
Absolutely
will
wrong. I
point
will.
out that
So, well,
the districts
you
are not the same as the water departments.
I think it would be a good thing to do, just to clarify your understanding of the situation and what the situation is, and we will then be able to get back. If you will be here next week, we can bring this up then with the right facts of how this is done. We can talk to Mr. McGuire, and we can, just so that you are informed and that we are straight on
Put it as an
everything.
agenda item, is that what you're
I
telling me?
No.
would be,
No?
I will be happy to pursue this
You can
and
stay home,
find
you don't
out
have
the
to come.
information.
No, but the thing is, Dick, this is not a county matter. The water department or the fire department, whoever, decided to do it.
No, they
You're
didn't.
implying that Mike
They were
McGuire was getting the money
co-peers.
himself.
No, you're not implying that. But you are implying that Mike's not doing his job. He's absolutely
He's
doing his
absolutely
job.
doing his
I
job.
congratulate him for doing
Okay.
And
his
so do
job.
I.
Okay,
Mr. Paul Neswicki, he says Mike does not know the difference between the fire districts and the water districts.
and you know something, it may be
I think we have
within
more
Mr.
problem with Paul
McGuire's.
Wiki, saying that than anything else.
I think,
That's what he told me.
well, and again,
And
he's
it's
not here
obvious
to
he
speak
doesn't.
for himself, so we don't know what that comment was, but exactly. However, and I'm not disputing that you're inaccurate. I'm not suggesting that. What I'm suggesting is your point has been heard, and I think that all we have to do is look into. We can talk to Mike and just find out what it is he's doing, and we can let you know exactly why it's that way, and the legal. No, I mean, if it's an appropriate function of his job and it's appropriate, we'll just
We just
clarify
told you
that and
that.
let you know. I know we just told that, but he would just like a further clarification. That's
What
all the
further
gentleman is
clarification?
asking.
We told him that it's part of his job.
I think we
What else-
have
what
a
else do
right
we add to
to
that?
answer his question as
We
clearly
answered
as
this question, it's
possible.
part of his job.
All right,
Well,
so now
I will-
you're
I will-
saying if you
I
take
will
this
pursue
money
this.
and you're aware that it's being done illegally,
It's not
you
being
are
done
not guilty
illegally. The
of
county
anything
does not
and you
operate
wind
illegally.
up
You're
in jail.
There's
wrong.
a difference between what you don't like and illegal.
No,
Right.
That's a difference.
I'm
Please be
pointing-
aware of
will
that.
you
Okay,
listen
but
and I'll
he
go
would
through
like
the
to
legal
have it-
points of it
But
again?
he would,
No.
you don't have to, but I will
You
look into
understand
it.
what I'm saying?
I do, and I will look into it, and
Want this?
It's a waste of
that would be
time.
great. It will be a waste of my time, okay? Thank you, Pete.
No,
I'm sorry to
Look,
disturb you
look,
like
let me
that, but I don't know why you're so
apologize
upset.
to you for getting upset, but the implication that I'm hearing, and it's my problem because that's what I'm hearing, is that you're suggesting that we, as the county, in providing services, are not operating within, let's say, within our ability to operate. And you're also implying that one of our employees, one of our best employees, is operating outside the range of his authority, which he is not. He is doing exactly his job as he is supposed to.
Right. And this is what I don't like, Dick, I have to say, and
Go ahead.
we'll be perfectly honest with you. You are leveling criticism at us that is completely
I'm bringing it to
unfounded.
your
Stop,
attention.
please.
Okay.
What it is, the base of this argument for you is you don't like the fact that the Barnstable Water District, whichever water district it is, has provided $10,000 for this service to the county because it's only a portion of the town of Barnstable. Your beef is not with us. If you have an issue with what that water district did with their money, take it up with them. You know what?
Okay.
They won't listen to you. That's part of the
I
problem.
don't think that we have to be
Well-
argumentative about this. I think it's a point of clarification that this gentleman is trying to have clarified. I think that we can, as public servants, we can at least address his concern and clarify it. And I will be willing to do that,
That's
just
the
so that
only
you'll
reason I'm
have that.
bringing it to
And
your
I
attention.
promise I
I'm
will
not
have something.
criticizing you. I say you may have a problem,
Okay, and I,
Thank
and
you.
I'm helping you with your
All right.
problem.
okay.
Okay,
thank you.
Otherwise, I'd be talking to the district attorney.
okay, thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome to do that.
and,
He's right over there.
I know where he is.
all right, we don't have to go use that.
Okay, we have no other business.
I have just a couple of things that I want to do, because we have at 1:30, we have to go to the assembly. They're doing their finance committee's meeting with all the other budget committees. Remember, we have this issue with the Children's Cove, and we have the $65,000 that we thought we were going to get from DSS, but we're not going to get from DSS now. So I proposed a solution to that issue, where from the two appropriated reserve funds, which we originally sent over in the budget, funded with $50,000 each, I'm proposing that we use $25,000 from the reserve fund and $40,000 from the stabilization capital fund to fund the $65,000 in the Cove budget. That will reduce those two reserve items by a total of $65,000. It will also have the effect of reducing the proposed fiscal year 2011 budget by $65,000. So
I believe you sent that memo out before.
I sent it for you guys to take a look at.
So
If you
John
guys
hasn't
okay
seen
with
this?
that, I just need you to, if you're okay with it, then we
What will
initial
happen
it.
if they don't get the $65,000?
They're not getting the $65,000. That's what.
But what will happen if we didn't,
What do you want me
They
to
have to
sign?
cut their budget by
Okay,
$65,000.
what do you want me to sign?
and that
This is
would
okay.
result in lack of
They have to
services?
lay off
yeah.
people.
You know,
Yeah,
and I know that they're stretched already.
yeah. They're gonna have to lay off. Either one
So
body
this is
or
coming
two
from
half
reserve
bodies.
funds, it's not coming from an
It's
account?
coming, in the budget, we have two line items, we call them appropriated reserve, which we actually funded at a $50,000 level.
But were
in the
those,
budget.
gonna be dedicated to studies that we were going to do?
No,
Or it
no,
has nothing
those
to do
are
with those other separate
Basically,
issues that
rainy
we
day
have,
funds.
done? Okay.
Yep, no, it's not, it's
Because
not,
those are as important for us to go.
oh yeah,
forward
it's
on.
not impinging on any of the things that we
We have
proposed on the
proposed,
budget.
all right.
We don't have rainy day funds.
Whatever, I didn't use the word.
Just, just so you.
I didn't use the word, the expression.
And then the other thing that we are trying to do is we're trying to get that $65,000 funded. This also went to you, if you guys could sign this as well. This is a letter of support to Commissioner McLean and the Department of Children and Families to try to promote getting that $65,000 funded.
By the way, I was talking to Dan Matthews earlier today, over in Norfolk, and he was asking us how we were doing on maintaining the budget. We apparently are in better shape because we're already at a higher level for the MOE than the other the counties that are north. But he would appreciate a call because he'd like to just chat with you about some of these things. He's concerned about us going forward in a unified way in order to see what we can do to get support from the legislature for supplemental funding.
Well, we're not asking for any supplemental funding.
He recognizes that, but he would like to chat with you about some of his problems. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the Lynn Jackson.
Second. I will move that,
question?
so moved.
Okay. I'll second it. All those in favor?
I have no questions on it.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
I just wanted to let you know that on Friday, and I just found out about it, is the Law Day celebration. You know, they
Yeah,
do,
it's a
Barnstable County
romance,
Bar
right?
Association
Yeah.
does the annual Law Day.
Right.
Usually it's on May 1st. It's this Friday. It's at it starts at 9 o'clock. This year it's over at the First District main courtroom. So if you wish to participate, if you could be at the judge's lobby around 8:30, they'll get you seated and extra off at the dentist appointment.
And How long does it run usually?
Well, last year they did kind of a special thing. Remember, they had it up in the Superior
Yes, they
Court. It
did.
was a really nice thing. It was a
Very
couple
nice.
hours. Usually, I think this only takes about an hour.
Okay.
What time is this?
It starts at 9, but if you're going to participate, they ask you to be in the judge's lobby, in the back,
Yeah.
at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
on Friday.
All right. That's over here, right?
Judge O'Neill's office. Yep, that's in First District Court this year.
I have an appointment that day too, I'm not sure if, this is just for Pat Flynn to sign, correct?
Yeah, I think so. And then there's a couple of things that, just so you know about, that are in the to read, that we did get $749,819 in home investment partnership grant from the Office of Community Planning and Development and federal money. $749, that's our home program,
Mm-hmm.
loan money.
Well,
That's about right.
That's right from the feds, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and that goes right over to Paul Roszinskis'
that's for
operation.
Paul Rachinskis'.
Do we have to do anything to
No,
set up
you don't
any
have to do
funding?
that, that's just an FYI.
Okay.
On Tuesday, May 18th, at 8:30, in the Cape and Islands Realtors Conference Center on Mid-Tech Drive in Yarmouth, you know where that is in
Oh,
the
yeah,
back
of
there?
course.
They're having a Protecting Cape's Water Resources seminar, water reuse and groundwater recharge as keys for sustainable
Is that, I
water.
thought that was going to be on Saturday. Was that a different
Think-
one?
No,
You're
that's
thinking
the
of a
one we are
different one.
doing,
I will
we
get
are
to that
doing
one.
the one on the 15th.
Okay,
And
by the
then-
way, both Paul and Andrew Gottlieb were very good on
I heard
Mindy
them
Todd's,
today.
yeah.
So there's that, that one is on, what day did I say?
The 18th,
18th?
Tuesday the 18th.
Tuesday the 18th, and then the one Bill was just talking about, Saturday, May 15th, from 9 to 3,
And that's good.
planning and implementing wastewater solutions at the Manique's Middle School.
Yeah, it's,
And that is being sponsored by the Water Collaborative of the Barnstable County. Okay.
looks like on this
Let
one.
me just make sure I don't have any other.
By the way, would you be kind enough to let Pat know directly about the law day on Friday?
I sent an
Yeah, I
email to
saw
all
the
you
email
guys.
this morning.
Yep.
Although I was unable to make the funeral this morning because my battery was dead because I left my lights on last night, unbeknownst to myself. Peter Kerwin was buried today. And Peter Kerwin was the director of the Department of Human Services in the town of Falmouth
Yeah.
for a number of years.
25 years.
And I met Peter when I started my campaign for county commissioner, and I wish I had known him longer. It didn't take long to understand that this was a very special person.
He was a wonderful person.
And for me, as a social worker, he defined what social work was about. And I just want to give my condolences to his family and friends, and to the town of Falmouth and to the county of Barnstable, because he is a loss.
And I might add that the town of Falmouth turned out, it was standing room only, and it was an overflow crowd at
I'm
the
sure.
Unitarian Universalist Fellowship that they had it at. Perhaps the most poignant part of the service was his brother, who's a Catholic priest, gave the benediction at the end and said that they had always felt that he would, although he was not a priest, but he had studied theology early on, and with the idea of becoming a priest,
That was evident.
they always felt, whose true brothers who are priests, that he was always the one that should be called father. So it was quite touching, quite moving, and it was obvious that the town of Falmouth held Peter in a great deal of esteem. So it was wonderful. And by the way, he had donated his body to Boston University for
Research.
so he is not getting buried, I guess.
And we should mention that's why Pat is not here today,
Right.
because
Yes.
she is actually
Part of
participating in that
Yes.
service, and she had a role to play. I know she
Right.
told me yesterday, so.
Yes, she did.
And I neglected to mention that this thing that I handed out that's on Sullivan and Rogers' letterhead, it's over there, Shirley, you should take that. It is the kind of exit letter from our auditor. They're required to communicate to both you and the Assembly of Delegates about their findings, and I'm happy to report there are no significant findings. That's what you want with
Yes.
an audit.
Very
So
good.
And I know, Sheila, you mentioned having them come do a little presentation
Right.
to us, which we can schedule.
Yeah, I think that would be good. Pat agreed with that, so if
I think that's good.
whenever they can do that and you can get it on our calendar, I think that would be
Yeah.
informative for everyone.
Yeah, so they are finished with their audit, and we'll schedule that for next month.
Anything else?
I don't have, just FYI, as you already know, at 1:30, the Standing Committee on Finance is meeting to have a
1:30
general...
or 2 o'clock?
They're meeting at 1:30 to have a general budget discussion. They get the reports from all of the standing committees, so we'll go over that.
Right.
I will, with your permission, take them the Cove budget solution.
Yeah, I don't think I can make that. I should go. Are you, you're gonna be there, Bill?
And then at 2:30, the Standing Committee on Government Regulations is meeting to talk about the charter changes.
Yes. What,
And then I think there's a 4 o'clock charter committee meeting, if I'm not
yes, I would like to, I don't think I put that on here for the charter meeting. I missed that.
Will you be there at the charter committee meeting?
I would like to be. This is, they've already submitted what they propose as their
I
changes.
think so. I think this is at 2:30 as the government regs is reviewing those. There's a process that has to be undertaken.
Yeah,
Somebody has to do.
That's the budget though, right?
No, that's the chart. At 2:30 is the charter piece, and I think
Oh.
the assembly or the standing committee on government regs has to vote individually on each recommendation. I think that's how the process works. Or they're going to talk about the process. But there's a specific thing that assembly has to do.
Okay, so we would be going from here over there.
Yeah, I'm going over for 1:30.
Okay. Do we have any other business?
I have none.
Okay, then I would propose, entertain a motion that we
I
recess.
would make a motion to recess
And
until,
then we'll reconvene if you decide to show up anytime between now and
yes,
the
I'm
end
going
of
to
the day.
try.
Yeah, I don't think that Pat is going to be making it over. That's my sense.
Well, I suspect that, given the crowd that was all singing when the Saints were marching in, going over to the reception area, that
Yeah.
it's going to go on for quite a while.
Yeah.
Which is appropriate, the passing of someone that has contributed so much to, the community over the years that he's done that, deserves more than just a, casual notice.
Okay.
Okay, so, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll talk to Mike.